Attorney Steve Sabra.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Attorney Steven Sabra. You're listening to Law Talk on 1480 WSAR. We do the show every Tuesday from 1 to 2 p.m., and it's your opportunity to call in with any law-related questions. Our number, 508-673-1480. Yes, sir.
How are you?
I'm good.
Hey, question for you. I'm going to give you an analogy, and then you can draw your conclusion or reference. Say you have a bad relationship with your neighbor. Next thing you know, his dog is killed, but he calls the cops and he tells the lawman that you caused the death or you killed the dog. Cops come over, arrest you, but then they throw it out of court because the guy lied. Now you go after him for being maliciously prosecuted, and he comes back and saying, well, was under the, what do they call it, the slap law, anti-slap.
Yeah.
It wasn't my fault. I just told the cop, and he's claiming, well, that was the cops did that. I didn't do that. Now, is there liability if you lie or misrepresent to the police? Are you liable under the anti-slap or?
I don't know enough about the anti-slap law, and it's funny. It came up yesterday or the day before yesterday in the office. We were having a discussion about it, and I just have not had cases dealing with that. I mean, I know the term, and to answer your question about lying to the police, yeah, that can be a criminal offense, lying to the police, separate from a civil matter, which is kind of what you're talking about with regard to this issue of, well, somebody's accused, for example, of a crime, and then it turns out that they lied. I mean, that's different. If you can show somebody lied, then you might be able to show malicious prosecution. I mean, there's a lot of issues there, and whether or not, for example, you make the claim that the neighbor killed the dog because you have this, and this, and it might be circumstantial evidence, and then that may be enough to at least have probable cause to have the police issue a summons to have you brought into court. I mean, the police can also sometimes be dragged into these cases as well if they maliciously prosecute. I mean, that's unusual, but it's not totally unheard of, I suppose, if a police officer's personally involved in something or other and causes a criminal complaint to issue against someone to retaliate or whatever. I mean, I've read about those things, and those things can happen. It's certainly unusual, but that issue of anti-slap is it's sort of beyond the normal case that I've handled. But there is such a law, and that's what it's called, and it's generally used, at least initially it was used and probably passed, the law was probably passed initially dealing with real estate issues, developers and developers and neighbors and that type of thing. So, but it's been expanded, but I don't feel comfortable talking a lot about the anti-slap law because I haven't really dealt with those issues as much. All right, so let me tell you a little bit about the type of work I do, which is mostly serious personal injury cases, workers' compensation, and criminal defense, but we do other things as well. We try to help people in the community dealing with things like wills and estates as well. Attorney Aspen from my office handles our matters in Rhode Island and also does more of the real estate and domestic relations. The office is located at 1026 County Street in Somerset. Very easy to find, off-street parking, a ramp to get in the building. So it's very convenient. My phone number is 508-674-0890. So if you want to reach us at the office, it's 508-674-0890. and we have a great staff that has been with me a long time and are very helpful to people that call. But on Tuesdays, I am here. Again, you've been listening to Law.
More than just the headlines. Live, local, and late breaking. This is